Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel, and today I am going to talk to you about some book releases that are going to be released in this May 2021, and today is May 4th when I am filming this, so a few of them do come out today that I am excited about, but this is from today to the 25th, so I have quite a few to talk to you about, and very excited to get some of these, and actually will be reading hopefully about 3 or 4 of these this month. We will see, but yeah. So let's jump into the books that are getting released today. So the first book getting released today is Luck of the Titanic by Stacey Lee. This is a young adult book. The main character, it is 1912 and she smuggles onto the Titanic to find her twin brother Jamie, and she also wants to try to talk to the part owner of the Ringling Brothers Circus to be an acrobat for them. That just sounds so interesting to me, and I also don't think that I have read a young adult historical fiction before that I know of. So yeah, that just sounds like such a good book. Very excited to pick it up. Hopefully my library gets it in soon. I do try to request books from the library before they come out. They have been pretty good at new releases this year, but they don't get them like that month, but they have been pretty good about getting them in like the next month. And I usually am like one of the first people, like within the first 10 people to request that book, because I try to request the book before they even come out. And I have requested that one, and pretty much almost all of these from the library. And yeah, so the next one I have to talk to you about that is also coming out today is Sunkissed by Casey West, another young adult book. And this is just a summer romance, and the main character Avery is dragged to her family camp over the summer, and it's not where she wants to be, I guess. So we will see how that turns out. Just sounds like a really cute summer book to get through pretty quickly. The next one is a cozy mystery, and that is Arsenic and Adobo by Mia P. Mansella. And this was a book of the month pick for April, but I didn't pick it. But I actually bought it off of like a swap page. So yeah, I will be getting that soon. It hasn't arrived to me yet, but definitely should be getting that soon to read, and very excited about it. I've heard very good things about it. The main character, she moves back home and she ends up working in a restaurant. Her ex-boyfriend comes in and he actually ends up getting poisoned. Well, he gets poisoned, at where his ex-girlfriend is working, so everybody assumes that it is her. And it just goes through like her trying to figure things out. And yeah, cozy mystery. I have read one back in December. I believe it was called Sugar Cookie Mystery. It went by pretty fast, and it was pretty good. I don't really have experience with cozy mysteries, but yeah, definitely want to give this one a try. Then the last one coming out today, May the 4th, is The Girl with Stars in Her Eyes. And I just wrote down here that Sebastian was Tony's only way out of town, and then he left. And then later on, she's still trying to make it in the indie rock world and tries out for this band, and then he is in the band that she tries out for. I believe it's a romance or like just a women's fiction. I'm not really sure. I actually do have this on my Kindle, so hopefully we'll get to that one soon. I had it as an ARC, but obviously didn't get to it in time. But I've heard some pretty good things, and that was a book of the month add-on for May, but obviously didn't get it since I have it on my Kindle. All right, the next book I have comes out on the 11th. And that is Cool for the Summer, and that is another YA by Delia Adler, and this has been on a lot of people's most anticipated books of the spring or of May. And for good reason. It sounds very good. Laura is talking to a guy named Chase. She has really liked him for a long time, but she can't stop thinking about Jasmine, a girl from her past. So yeah, she's talking to a guy. She's really liked him for a long time. She thinks this is what she wants. This is what I've been wanting, but she can't stop thinking about the girl. So yeah, it just seems like a really cute, good YA romance. All right, and then the next book is People We Meet on Vacation by Emily Henry, and I actually got this one in my April Book of the Month book box, but I have not read it yet because I have been waiting for May to read it for the Sugar and Spice Book Club, so I want to read it closer to the time of that live show. But I loved Beach Read, have high hopes for this one as well. And People We Meet on Vacation follows Poppy and Alex, and they had a fallout, but they were friends for years. They would go on vacation every single year, but they had a fallout 2 years ago. But then she convinces him to take one last vacation. So yeah, Friends to Lovers on Vacation. So perfect summer book, and I'm very, very excited about this. I love the spine, how it has like the palm leaves, and I'm happy to have this. I do not have a copy of Beach Read. I read it on my Kindle last year, so I just haven't justified to myself buying Beach Read. But I definitely want to one day. But yeah, People We Meet on Vacation by Emily Henry will be out May 11th, so that is very soon for everybody else to also get their hands on this. And then my next book that I am anticipating comes out on May 18th, and that is The Soulmate Equation by Christina Lauren. I have read a few books by Christina Lauren. I have read The Unhoneymooners, Josh and Hazel's Guide to Not Dating, The Half Nightstand, I believe it's called, In a Holidays, and Twice in a Blue Moon. Out of all those, the ones that I liked the least was Twice in a Blue Moon, and then of course the one that I liked the most was The Unhoneymooners. So yeah, I'm very excited to read this one, and I've heard a lot of good things about it. It is about a single mom and a DNA test matchmaking app, and she submits her DNA and actually ends up matching with the owner of the company. So yeah, I'm excited to see how that how she navigates through that, matching with the owner of the company, and just seeing how that all plays out. I will be picking this up on the day that it comes out, hopefully, and definitely gonna try to read it this month. So yeah, the next one coming out on the 18th is Local Woman Missing by Mary Kubecka. I have read her book that came out, I believe it was last year. I think it was called The Other Misses. That was okay, not my favorite. I don't really remember too much about it. I read it, I think last January or February, last winter. It was okay, but I'm really excited about this. The concept of it just sounds really interesting. A few people go missing, and then the 6-year-old daughter, Delilah, she vanishes blocks away from where other people were going missing, and she actually comes back, and everybody wants to know what happened to her, but they aren't prepared. So that's basically all it says. So excited to see how that folds out. Yeah, I was really anticipating this one and the Megan Miranda one that I just read. That one fell a little flat for me, so I hope this one I'm just really excited about it, so I just hope it doesn't, I'm trying not to get my, hopes too high, but I just hope it doesn't let me down. All right, and then Another one coming out on the 18th is The Hunting Wives. This is another thriller, and it is by May Cobb. And let's see, what was her name? Sophie moves out of a city, I believe it's Chicago area, and she moves to a small town in Texas, and she joins this hunting club and gets pretty obsessed with it. I actually have heard a lot about it already. Gabby Reed's read it, and it just sounded like so good, full of drama, sounded like a quick read. And I heard that she actually like gets obsessed with one of the girls in the hunting club. So yeah, I'm like so excited about this one. It sounds like a pretty quick read, so I hope it is. And this has been on my radar for a very, very long time. Like, I don't know, like whenever the cover released and like it like first started getting hype around it, I saw the cover and I was just like, I want to read that so bad. And then I saw it on Book of the Month and was like, yes, this is my pick. So yeah, April was like a really good month for Book of the Month for me, that I like loved all of the picks. All right, and then the next book that is also coming out on the 18th is Last Summer at the Golden Hotel. This was May's pick, but it was an add-on pick. So yeah, this is by Elisa Friedland, and it's about two families, and they go to this hotel like a good bit, and they're just like, you know, regular people of it, but it's like starting to fall apart and, you know, getting old, and I don't think a lot of people are going to it anymore. And so like they have to decide, can they save their beloved Golden, or is it too late? And then I'll read this last bottom paragraph because it just sounds so good. Long buried secrets emerge, new drama and financial scandal erupt, and everyone from the traditional grandparents to the millennial grandchildren want a say in the hotel's future. Business and pleasure clash when the hotel owners rediscover the magic of a bygone era of nonstop fun, even as they grapple with what may be their last resort. So yeah, this just sounded very, very good. So excited to read this perfect summer book. I have a lot of great books to read this summer, and summer reading is my favorite reading season. All right, then I have two more on this list coming out on the 25th. The next one is Hang the Moon by Alexandra Bellefleur, and this is the main character, Brendan and Annie. That's all I really have written down there. But Brendan is the sister of one of the characters from the first book, Written in the Stars. And Brendan is like really, you know, just love, the idea of love, falling in love, and just really wants somebody to be there and wants to fall in love with somebody. And then Annie, from what it sounded like, is, you know, just there temporarily and doesn't really want to fall in love. So yeah, I'm excited to see how that plays out with somebody that wants a relationship and somebody that does not want a relationship. Written in the Stars, I read it not too long ago. I read it this year, and yeah, I really enjoyed it. I think I gave it a 4-star, and excited about the second book in the series. All right, the last one I have to talk to you about is Imposter Syndrome by Kathy Wang. I really don't know too much about this one. I honestly just got this so I could get this as an add-on. I'm happy I got Book of the Month. Like, I'm happy I didn't skip it for the month of May, but I'm not gonna lie when I say I really just got this one so I could get this one, because you have to pick a main pick in order to get an add-on. But this was the one that did sound just the most interesting to me, I guess. And it is about a woman in the workplace, the power of big tech, and the looming threat of foreign espionage. The synopsis is huge, so I'm not going to read that to you. It sounds really interesting. Like, I'm wondering, like, the title just like drew me in, like Imposter Syndrome. Like, what is this really about? I don't think it's a thriller. I think it's like a literary fiction, but interested in, reading a book about a woman in the like tech industry. And, sometimes people think that, these women aren't smart enough, but then they are smarter than a lot of people. So yeah, I don't really know much about this. I don't know when I'm going to get to this, but I had to get this so I could get this. So yeah, I will try it out, and that's why I love Book of the Month, because last year when I got it, I was just getting romance thriller, and that's how my reading used to be. But this year I have really, really branched out and reading so many different kinds of books, like contemporary fiction, like Who Am I? Historical fiction, like so many different books that I never would have thought that I've read. Like a year or two ago, I used to just stick to romance thriller and just switch back between those two. So yeah, I'm excited to try this one out and just give it a try, like I said. All right, so yeah, those are my books that I am very excited to read for that are coming out in the month of May. Obviously not going to read them all in the month of May, but yeah, I just thought that it would be really fun to talk about my most anticipated releases for each month. I thought it would be fun to kind of start that. So starting that for the month of May, hopefully we'll continue that for the rest of the year. So thank you for listening, and like and subscribe, and tell me what you are most excited to read, or just what's your most excited release, for the month of May. And if you're excited to read any of these with me. All right. See you later. Bye.